Alright, good morning everybody. So we are catching up since last night. Yesterday we launched a wild attack on the Holy Nation. We kidnapped two elder beak things, the great white gorilla, and 27 other regular beak things, and set them loose in the Phoenix's throne room. We then just pulled back and held our position right outside the city, let the animals do their damage, and once we thought the phoenix might be down, we were watching from a hill that oversaw the city. We could see that the protector of the flame was about to be defeated by an elder beak thing. We charged in, and we at first couldn't even find him. I was worried he had escaped or he had been eaten, something like that, just that fast. But he was trapped under a bench that was also under a beak thing. We were able to find him and get him and turn him in to the shack. We escaped without losing any limbs. We didn't have to leave anyone behind. It was probably the most successful attack on the Holy Nation I've ever had, considering how the last two didn't really play out as well as we would have liked. Now we're going to go see just what Blister Hill looks like after being destroyed, and wipe out any bandits we see along the way to test out our new crossbows. We also went down to the fish aisle. Let's see here where the gurglers are, Fishman Island. We were able to just walk right through them. They're completely helpless against even toothpick crossbows. We didn't have our new crossbows yet, but they were just completely helpless. We walked right through them, collected a bunch of valuable science and research items, as well as a few pieces of robotic limbs in case anyone does lose any more limbs. We marched back, and we've been just getting our armor upgraded. Now, other than the chainmail, we're wearing exclusively Specialist or better. And we've got Specialist or better Mark II bows with regular bolts. These are the bolts they take. This is going to give us a slower reload time in some cases, most cases, but a lot more accuracy and a lot more damage. So we should see an overall dramatic increase in our ability to do damage with our crossbows, but the risk is seeing, how bad does it hurt our guys. Right now we've got toughness is in the 40s. We're almost to the point where we stop taking extra damage. Once you break over 50, you stop taking extra damage. So we're going to keep testing ourselves, getting our toughness up, and we're going to go try ourselves against the spiders near the Bugmaster and see how we feel about it. But we're going to go much more slowly. We're not going to overcommit. If anyone sustains even a fairly serious injury, we're going to turn around and head back to Last Stand to heal. We're going to slowly work our way up there, and if we find that we have to, we might even build up some armaments. We might take the stuff we need to do mounted crossbows. We might do some generator research. We're going to play it by ear and be a lot more careful. It worked out against the Holy Nation. We kind of overstayed our welcome in that first fight and lost some limbs. But when we went back for the second fight, we knew better. And the final fight, we had a real plan, and we knew what we needed to do to get it done. So you can see we're damaging ourselves here, but our armor is so effective that even with these new bows, we're not doing anything. But when we hit them, it's over 50 damage. And you can see some of them, it's even more as we hit weak spots in their armor or roll high on the damage from a greater distance. Before they even really get to us, we're going to have a lot of them taken out. They never even made it into melee range. Especially if we focus down targets as they get closer, it's way easier to just take them out before they even get close. We didn't even come to melee. Normally you'll see guys in the back shooting while everyone in the front's caught up in a melee fight. But now that we've got much better crossbows with more accuracy, we're not missing nearly as much, and we're going to be way more effective in a fight. If we had been crafting equipment in the first place, we might have even started with these. The toothpicks are nice because they do almost nothing to well-armored people, which will let us train ourselves up. These are Krall's Chosen. These are actually enemies. They basically defy the authority of the stone golem, and we're allied with her right now, so we're going to attack them on sight. Absolutely on sight. Let's see what our range looks like from here. Oh yeah, you can see even from a pretty good distance we're still landing shots, taking them out. That's pretty fantastic. They're still going to get into melee range, but it's not going to last long. And we're no slouches when it comes to melee fighting now, too. So just kind of double checking through everybody. Nobody's taking any crazy injuries from these. Having that really heavy armor makes us almost immune even to this. I think we'll have to have higher toughness stats before we look at using Eagle's Crosses. But if we're able to switch over to Eagle's Crosses, we might be able to take on even the United Cities with just these 30 people. We'll come off of ranged and hold and fight these guys with just melee. We really need to get our melee stats up for when we get stuck in melee. I don't want the guys that are involved in melee fights just kind of losing until the crossbows catch them up. Because if we're outnumbered, we're going to be in melee a lot more. One of the things I want to try and figure out, I'll have to see if Frankie has a video on it. The toughness guide he gives is for like a solo person. I wonder if there's a more practical way for a large group to just grind up their toughness other than just going out and fighting. I wish the acid rain and the peeler machines would give you toughness, but I don't think they do. You imagine if you stuffed someone in a peeler machine just long enough for their limbs to still be on and then pull them out and their toughness goes way up. But I'll try to look into that because I feel like that's one of the things holding us back is for the most part, we don't lose a lot of fights. We don't get big beatdowns. So if you look here, the Flotsam Ninjas have actually taken over. Okay. I wouldn't have expected that. This whole place is a dump. But we could buy it now. Oh, wow. Okay. So a lot of the buildings become available for purchase once you topple them. That's sweet. Bar, hospital. Still have a boot shop. Interesting. It's crazy the Flotsam Ninja have taken over here. I always have Reactive World on, and I think that it makes it behave a little differently. What in the world? I never noticed that tower before. I wonder if Rebirth is still just absolutely devastated too. We could go check that out. What about their mines? Have they cleared out their mines, or are they still hanging on? It's going to be interesting going through the Holy Nation, seeing everything torn down. But then we'll go back over to what's it called, a rack, and take a peek and just see how we feel against the spiders. Again, pushing in very slow, not just pressing in for the Bugmaster and getting everyone killed. We're going to be much more careful, much less arrogant about it. The Holy Nation taught us we're certainly not the toughest in the world, and we're going to have to fight smart if we want to win. The Shek have taken over the mine. Okay, so it looks like they're conquered. Completely conquered. I know there's supposed to be remnants of the Holy Nation somewhere. Maybe they're just going to spawn and be walking around. That does mean we may have to make runs up to the Armor King if we want to finish getting everyone chainmail armor, or we may have to make it ourselves. I'm not a huge fan of making it ourselves because it takes forever. It would involve so much time at the base. This still says Holy Nation. It looks like they didn't let go of Narco's trap. Let's see if we can. Oh, I love this mod. It doesn't change the combat, but they say, I'm pretty sure this is from the mod, where he's literally saying, "Be gone, thought." That is wild. And it's funny, too, the two leaders of our team were ostensibly male before, but now that we've got girls leading it, we've got two Shek ladies running the squads. This guy's yelling, "Be gone, thought." What an asshole. We are going to switch back to range, though, and hold our formation. Let our crossbows tell against these guys. Oh! Oh, sir, what happened to you? That didn't look good. There are a lot of dudes here, though. Let's have a few of us attack. And the rest pull back. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll do squad 1, squad 2, split them up. These guys in the back. A little bit better position. So here we're seeing that we're pretty wildly outnumbered, but the new equipment's telling, especially the new crossbows. Paladin Guardian? Ooh, does he have the good stuff? No. What a loser. Gecko, what are you doing? Shoot that guy. Let's give everybody another attack all. Take them off hold. We did have a few people go down. Paladins are no joke. Let's hold. Medic. Hot Longs, you go check everybody, see if they've got any useful chainmail. Jackpot. Okay, so we are just looking for high paladins and inquisitors. Yeah, the change in crossbows made a huge difference. We're more accurate, we do more damage. We've got a greater range. I think we held on to the toothpicks for way too long. The fights with the Holy Nation might have been better if we had switched sooner. Alright, let's get everybody out of the way so I can actually look for high paladins here. Who are they aiming at? This guy? Yeah, we're also going to be able to take better shots at guys like this that are hanging out on the walls. Paladins over here. Oh, they're mostly just guardians. But yeah. Oh, somebody get Eric. Let's medic up. Eric, how long are you gonna be down for, buddy? Get up. I wonder if there's anything in here worth taking. Whore of the Golem? You guys need to watch your mouth when you talk to these girls. They're gonna mess you up. There you go. I need to not have people push through the wall. Make sure everybody's mediced up. So we're still planning on going and seeing how the fight with the spiders will go, but I was really curious if Narco's trap would hold up, and it looks like they did try to maintain it. I wonder if there's an overseer that I can take out. Ooh, the pattern for the Paladin's Cross. That could be useful later. That's interesting. Take those two. We'll just dig into here, see if we can find any useful loot. It is nice, the idea of being able to make Paladin's Crosses, but I don't see us switching to full-on melee, especially to a different weapon type. Not anytime soon, anyway. It's possible, though. And I'd rather have the ability to craft the stuff than not, because I ended up really wanting crab armor and almost didn't bother to buy the patterns for that. Oh, looks like we're having some movement issues here. Gonna have to save and reload because the game's not pathing into there correctly. Get in there. Everybody's really struggling. Is there even anything worth coming in here for? We got a couple people in here, we'll check it out. Nothing fancy. Oh, there is a high paladin in here, though. Everybody back out. Oh, hey, everybody back out. Can't have these two having to fight that guy off by themselves. Yeah, we're gonna have to save and reload. We're not doing any kind of reload shenanigans, but we can't. There's just sometimes the pathing breaks and you have to reload. Let's try, before we do that, we'll try fix stuff. Did that do it? No. Okay. Doesn't take too long to reload. PC is not a total potato. Give it like 2 minutes and we'll be able to keep going. I just don't want to deal with the pathing hosing my characters to where they can't move. There we go. Nice quick fix. We might have everybody in chainmail by the end of this. Have Hot Longs take a look. I haven't seen an overseer or anything like that. Ah, Mark 1 Falling Sun. That's not nothing. It's expensive, at least. Take that as something to loot and sell. Some kind of trophy from this place, right? We'll take the patterns. I actually need to make sure I just right click those. Let's go ahead and learn those. Because I'd rather know the patterns than not. I'm not too worried about money. We've got plenty of money and could make literally infinite money with all the things we can craft now. Some really crappy chainmail. We're not going to bother taking that. Don't care about the leather armor. Okay. Let's see if they've got anybody in here. Oh, just an empty building. It'd be cool if I could dismantle their stuff to take components. There's a tech hunter. Yeah, good luck cutting down the heretics, man. You're not gonna take us out. So I know we're gonna see spiders in here. Did we wreck them, or are they still up and running? We did leave behind some loot. Okay. Well, let's fix that right now. Because we came here very early in the playthrough just to get a boost to our technology, because it's actually super easy to raid this place with just a stealth guy. But it looks like I missed a lot, or maybe it respawns over time, or taking out the Holy Nation respawned it. I have no idea. But that does probably mean we want to take like squad 1 and make sure it's safe before we let... Yeah, there's definitely an enemy up there. Okay. Peace. Come on now. Get. I want you guys to hold. Shoot that thing. I do not want everybody piling in, though. That's how you get people messed up. Squad 1, we'll actually have you pull back. Hot longs. You've got the tools. We do need to make sure we actually remove a piece of this guy. Who's got a relatively empty backpack? Somebody's got a big boy backpack on somewhere, right? Maybe not. I just want to make sure that thing doesn't get back up and try to stomp us out. All of these are locked again. We could get a ton of technology here. Who's here with me? Stubbs. Nothing there. It was like one splint kit. We're just gonna ditch a little bit of food. If there was something we're able to reproduce and get plenty of, it's food. Probably brought too much, but I'd rather be able to stay out as long as I want than run out of food and have to turn back or go specifically focus on hunting. This is going to be a pretty successful haul just out of curiosity, seeing if Narco's trap fell. They must have restocked it, I guess, over time. Or maybe it's just because the Holy Nation fell, it reset. Oh my goodness. So much loot. We're going to have to come back with much more stingy backpacks. Alright, let's bring all of Squad 2 up here. And we'll take Stubbs back down. Because this is just... Well, these are just money. I guess we don't need to worry about money. It's just crazy seeing that much loot and thinking about leaving it behind. But we'll at least make sure we get the repair kits, because those are useful. These are just so much money, though. Anything we are able to pick the lock on, that's how we'll open it. This is a crazy haul. 3 more AI cores. Bunch of science books, some engineering research. This was amazing. Oh man, we almost missed more loot. These little boxes here. I didn't even notice these boxes on the second floor. We're gonna have to go back to base just to get this science researched. We got so much. Another map of the Ashlands. Made out like bandits. Oh, this is our first map of the Ashlands. Okay, we got a dome. Alright. Well, that was crazy. Don't want to leave anything here. May as well take that medical supplies. That was awesome. I can't believe that basically was restocked, and for killing a spider we got most of the technology we're looking for. We'll take that back to base. We won't reload on food at all. We've got plenty of ammo. And we'll get the science dropped off. I don't know if we'll actually stay. I don't think we're going to stay and do the research. I'll do that off screen, but that'll get us all the way up to the best turrets in the game. I'm hoping I can just upgrade them rather than have to. Oh, we've got company. We don't need to be on ranged for them. Let's just get in some melee. Follow the guy. Bataille's all over the place. I love being able to shut off the UI and just get a cinematic battle in. That's one of the cooler features of this game, I think. Because it's not the craziest, action and moves, but it's still really cool to see a pitched battle like that without the UI to kind of break the immersion of it. And the view. So this is another group. We don't need to, obviously, but it'll be fun to see what our crossbows do here. Just watching it from this side. They're charging towards us, just getting mowed down. Alright, we'll come off of range and we'll just finish this up. We're really not scared of just about anything we run into in the world right now. It might be time to go test ourselves against the spiders. But again, we're going to be careful. We're not going to do anything too risky. Eric, how are you doing? Or was it other Eric? How's that, Eric? You're already healed up, man. Oh yeah, we can run through this city safely now, because I think the Shek own it. Nope, it's just empty. It's crazy we were able to get all that stuff from Narcos Trap. Let's see, we got 3 more AI cores, 17 books, 2 engineering research. I think we're still short on engineering research, but we'll get that eventually. Can't let bandits be running around. This is the Shek Kingdom now. Time for you guys to get out of here. Oh, we should go check out Bast. Bast should be interesting now that there's like no holy nation. And then I think after that, after the Bugmaster, if we're able to do the spiders now because we stopped using a tiny ass crossbow that shoots literal toothpicks. That and we did have people that were in high quality and sometimes standard armor, so it'll be good to make sure everyone's in specialist or better armor, which they are, other than the chest pieces, the shirts, like the chainmail. I think the upgrade in equipment, the better experience, we should be a lot more prepared than the other team was, and we'll just go at it more safely. But if we get through the Bugmaster, I want to look at just going treasure hunting straight up. We'll go to all the places where we think we can get science until we've researched everything. And then we'll either look at building a new base, depending on where we can get some resources, or we'll look at if we want to try and deal with the slave mongers and put an end to slavery. Because now that the Holy Nation is down and out, there's only a couple areas that are still practicing it. Well, I say couple areas. There's only one major faction. Okay, we're up to 6 AI cores. We do have the engineering. What can we do? So we can get our outposts. We don't need the loom. Don't really care about robotics because it's not going to let me make good. I could make my own repair kits, so that might be worth it. And that's only 1 ancient science book. Defense. The strong defensive walls is probably more important than the buildings. Harpoon turrets. Smithing. I don't think we get any more smithing. Hybrid stone mine. Fully automatic drill. See, these are nice, but not necessary. I feel like if we want to be able to leave a bare bones team at home, we want that revolving harpoon. We're not going to sit and research that right this second, though. Let's get the chainmail put in here. This is where I moved a lot of the equipment that we're not going to wear in case I decide to sell it. I'm just checking for who all picked up some chainmail. And then we'll do a looky-loo to see who needs it. Looks like it's just Logan and Bataille now. Okay, squad 2. I don't know how we skipped over Logan, just Logan missing chainmail. Oh, we have some. We have it for you, buddy. Everybody at least has standard or better chainmail armor on now, too. We are very well equipped. What in the world makes you guys think this is a good idea? Now they're attacking our walls. You guys are starting to piss me off. Get the gate repaired. We haven't resorted to using our peeler machines in a long time. That was a moment of frustration and a little ghoulish for our normal day-to-day dealing with bandits. Not that there's much left of them by the time we get done with them anyway. No, Wish, what are you doing? Alright. We dropped off our technology. We're gonna head to Iraq, but we're gonna cut around the long way. We are not gonna try and swim through any water nonsense, so I'm gonna have to micro their movements a little bit once we get past Last Stand. But yeah, the plan today is to try and go see how we deal with the Bugmaster spiders with our new equipment. But if we start to see people taking heavy damage like last time, or we get swamped by a bunch of them on the way there, we're not going to keep pushing. We're going to back up, retreat, recover, try again. And we're not going to waste crossbow bolts on bandits, but we will take them out. What we need are some good tough fights that aren't going to get us eaten. And those are hard to come by sometimes. Because it can really be hard to raise your toughness when for the most part you don't lose a fight, but then when you do lose a fight, you're imprisoned or killed. So it's a tough thing to continue to level up unless you're using it, you know, the bandits to level up specific characters. I suppose we could go find a horde of those bandits and just run in a circle on block and not on ranged. And just because we're in all this heavy armor, we would just slowly get pummeled. Set everyone to walk slow. That would do it. Set everyone to walk super slow. Got an idea. That's how we'll do our toughness training. We also have to figure out if we want to let the bug people keep going, because they're attacking the tech hunters. They're known thieves. Like, it's not an assumption. They definitely canonically steal, and that's where most of their products come from. But then again, we're also allied with the shinobi thieves. We're not necessarily much better. So here's Last Stand. This is kind of like where the Shek built a fortress to try and deal with the Bugmaster. They've got 2 fortresses here. Looks like there's an armor shop, police, a bar, weapon shop. We could buy a house out here, it looks like. And this is something I think would be cool too, is to have two bases side by side, but I would put them a lot closer together so that the turret guys on this wall can protect this door and vice versa. I think that would be pretty cool. I also just noticed how much open area they had here. It would have been cool if this was left for the players to build on. Maybe there's some area out here we could build on. But I do like where we're at. We do have room to just expand, which will reduce the amount of extra work we have to do. Looked like we had a straggler for a second. We're basically just trying to curve around the edge here so we don't run through all those rocky, crazy crags. But we do want to take fights with the spiders. We're not trying to avoid that. Let's see what focusing them down. Oh my, we are shredding them. That's crazy. I can't believe we were running on toothpicks for so long. They were really good at the start of the game, just because they reload so fast, but my goodness, were we holding ourselves back. Alright, let's keep everybody in view. Looks like there's camps with mercenaries here. Are these hireable mercenaries? Oh yeah, we could. We could hire a bunch of mercenaries to fight with us. That's not a terrible idea. Yeah, we'll bring them with us. Why not? Are you guys hireable too? Or is your leader off somewhere else? He's a mercenary captain. We can get to talk to him. Oh, he's a heavy. Yeah. It definitely looks like we're way better equipped to handle this time. And they're commenting, even the rocks look crazy. He wants to fight the legend with his own sword. Who is that saying that, thinking they're a badass? It's Hot Longs, of course it is. She is ready. She wants revenge. They didn't even really make it to the Bugmaster. They were swarmed by spiders before they got anywhere close. They made it to his tower, and it was just filled with more spiders that attacked. They were killing us and dropping us off the tower to be eaten by the spiders below. It was horrible. Almost everyone died. Everyone but Halongs and Soto died. And they built back from that to an even more powerful team that's taken down the gurglers on Fishman Isle. We've taken down the Phoenix, the Dust King, Tora the Worthless. We've got so many achievements under our belt now that a lot of them happened under them. I think we took the Dust King before they came in, but a lot of the best achievements we've had were under their leadership, Soto and Hot Longs. Alright, we're getting close. Let's make sure we don't have anybody missing. Pretty easy to get stragglers in these crazy crags. We want to take high positions while we fight these guys. It gives us a bonus on our damage and accuracy. But now we're taking them out before they even get to us. Some of that is the mercenaries running out ahead, but for the most part, we're just taking them out. We can see these freak shows just getting ripped apart by us. It's like Starship Troopers now. We're just blasting them. Man, this is a whole different experience compared to how horrible things went before. We felt it too right off the bat. Beep and Casual didn't want to accept the fact that they were not doing well in the combats they were taking, and now we're just dominating these spiders. This is crazy. We don't want to get too cocky though. We're gonna go into the tower with caution. We're gonna try and keep a rear guard so that we have an escape route. And speaking of caution, we'll double check. How's everybody feeling? Anybody hurt bad? No, everybody's doing good. Everybody's got food. Everybody's got ammo. What are they shooting at? Oh my, a lot of them from behind. Let's focus on the ones in front. So now they're starting to push into us. We'll see how that goes. They're not hitting us very hard. We're not taking very much damage. Hiroto took a nasty shot to his arm, it looks like. I think we're okay though. We're not really walking super slow, because this is on normal speed, not fast. Who said I don't have a repair kit? Double, you don't need to have a repair kit. Okay, everybody's starting to break formation when I take them off hold, so we'll stick to hold. We don't want people just running off into the distance. Let's have you guys turn around and deal with this one. We do want to take advantage of focus fire here where we can. We got another big batch of those bastards coming. It's just Hiroto looks like he got an unlucky shot to the arm. Here come more of those damn things. I don't see our mercs anywhere. I think they got laid out. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. let's get off that wall. The focus fire is something that I didn't make use of enough last time. Benji's gotten a damage on his arm. Peace. We're a little beat up, but nothing major. Nobody's too bad off. We're gonna push past this guy and shoot him from higher ground. That's just always better where we can. We're gonna lure those guys out. We don't want to fight them in there. No, don't walk. Good. If anything, I want you to keep your distance. Squad 2 push up here. Let squad 1 hang back. Okay, it looks like there's only 3 of them. We are going to make sure to defang the ones that are up here with us. What are they shooting at? Is there something in here still? I'll take you off range for now. Is there something coming after us? I think they were seeing that spider in the distance. Looks like it's just one guy. Just the Bugmaster. No more spiders. Let's see how you fare with a firing squad. Not good. He does not fare well. Wow. Hold on, guys. Hot Longs, you've been waiting for this for a long time. Take his weapon. Somebody first aid him. I can't believe we just achieve the goal we tried so long ago. This team's just much more effective. Better armor, better weapons. It makes a difference. Holy cow. And not running into that before we got here certainly didn't help. Well, didn't hurt, excuse me. And the question is, do we take him for ourselves or do we turn him in for the bounty? Looks like we've got more spiders coming our way. Are they gonna come all the way up here? No, it looks like they're just coming back to guard their house where they were at. Doesn't seem like we're able to hit them very well from there. So let's push out of there. Oh boy, there are quite a few bugs coming our way. Time to rip into them from the high ground, I guess. So many spiders. Let's see if we can get off of that ramp. That just looks like a bad situation where somebody's gonna get stuck. Yeah, we don't want none of that. We'll run over here. Take the high ground. Last little bugga. Now that we've got some distance in the high ground, these guys aren't so scary. Looks like some of the mercs are still alive. That's good. They didn't really do much, if I'm honest. Kind of disappointed at how weak they were. I think everybody's struggling to hit that guy over the hill. Yep. One thing we don't want to do is stay here trying to fight back an endless tide of spiders. We're not here to exterminate all of them. That is the kind of thing you set up shop and do from a good position. But since we're able to outrun them, I think that's something I really undervalued before. We could try to get some distance between us and then shoot them. Beat a retreat back the way we came, but try to land some shots as we do. No reason to get caught up in a knockdown, drag out fight with them. And we definitely don't want to get pinned between two groups. We're just going to keep moving. Yeah, keep moving, everybody. Didn't lose anyone, did we? Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to retreat, but I also don't want that to be one of us. There's so many spiders. There's like an infinite army of them. We got our prize. We got what we came for. No sense in dying for nothing. Just to kill a few bugs. Yeah, that's what happens when you overstay your welcome in Iraq. Not to be too cold about it, but it's just the way it is. And those mercenaries wouldn't come back to save us. They'd just stand there and watch us die. I wonder if Asada's still in Admag or if they moved to the Great Fortress. I really was impressed with just how different that went. I think just because we switched crossbows. We switched off of those things that barely do any damage, made better use of getting some distance in the high ground, and we weren't just wasting ammo when we were shooting at range. That makes a big difference. And we're barely cracking into our ammo supplies. Who are these guys? Crawl's Chosen? Those are a separate faction. Those are the guys that attack us all the time, right? Yeah. We're not gonna just let you guys have a base out here. What do you think you're doing? You guys are cooked. They were already hostile. May not have called it that, but they were hostile. There's a bunch of them sleeping. A busted tower. It's probably not worth our time right now. Let's not drop the Bugmaster and have that fiasco all over again. I didn't remember to grab the map in his area, but the map doesn't really help much if you played the game before. And I've already got one map that takes me out to the Ashlands. So the question is, do we turn him over or do we execute him ourselves? If we turn him over, like, we're already maxed out with the Shek, but they'll have even more respect for us. So maybe that kind of, I think that fits with Hotlong and Soto being, if you look at Soto, I think too, this may not matter, but yeah, Soto and Hotlongs are both Longhorn Shek. They have never lost their honor, and while they've been maybe defeated in battle by a bunch of animals, it wasn't really something worth cutting your horns over. Let's see. Bannon's still here? I've got him. Yeah, it's the Bugmaster. I need to turn him over to your buddy here, Bayan. We'll hand it over. From the famous Battleborn. Yep. The famous Battleborn Hotlongs. Her and her crew, her and Soto. Kind of anticlimactic. Again, it really feels like we've hit a point where we're one of the strongest forces in the game, which isn't really true. the Holy Nation, we had a killer strategy, but it worked like a charm. We took out the Bugmaster. We didn't overstay our welcome and get anyone killed. We didn't lose any more limbs. We do need to get a skeleton repair bed set up at home, though. That is something we're missing. We'll have to see if we're able to build one of those, or if we need to do research. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we've now successfully completely wiped out all of our major enemies. The Bugmaster is in prison. The Holy Nation is completely destroyed with the Phoenix in prison as well. We've got a lot more science, but we don't have everything we want. Saber. What are these? Oh, these guys want to fight again. I mean, if you really want to. We don't have anybody we're worried about dropping. May as well. Look at the distance where we can start to really hit and do damage. It's crazy. On any kind of open field, we can just dust them. Oh, he might get a hit in. No. Nope. He didn't. But we'll see if we can get a skeleton repair bed. And get our guys that have those mechanical limbs healed up. And if we don't, we'll look at heading out for another adventure. We'll hit Flats Lagoon. We should be able to buy any maps we might want or need. And then really all there is to it is crafting more crossbows and more armor until we've got enough that are actually masterwork for everyone to be fully kitted out in perfect gear. And we could craft until we get all edge 2 blades as well. Okay, we don't have a skeleton bed yet. But we do have the means to make it. I'm just gonna turn on Hot Long's jobs. She can build that up right quick. Store our trophy weapon. It's too bad a lot of the Meitu weapons aren't something you can equip. We are going to get a lot of wakazashis and katanas that are going to be better than this if we do take on the United Cities. So that'll be pretty cool. It'll also be good to get away from just chain shirts and get the full chainmail for everybody. But the chainmail stuff just takes forever, which isn't really a big deal. I don't mind it. I don't mind kind of just monitoring the base and working towards it. I like the progression of getting your armor and equipment up to the very best it can be through all the research we've won through hard fights. But I can understand it would not be the best to stream, so I'll see about getting that researched, like I said, in the off time in between. How's everyone doing on food? I feel like, yeah, we ate through it pretty well, but nothing too bad. copper. Okay, Soto. And it doesn't take much to get their robot limbs repaired up. They were hardly damaged in the first place. But that's all I wanted to do, is make sure their robot limbs aren't going to fail us while we're out and about. Ooh, what? Hot longs, did we lose you? Yeah, you went to return stuff. And Wish, why do you keep going back? Oh, you ran out of food. They'll share with each other once they get hungry enough, but I think it takes time. They have to actually be a decent amount hungry before they'll bother. So we can go to the Flats Lagoon and buy a bunch of maps. We could also go exploring the city. We could go check out the Royal Valley, see what's going on there. Turn off our jobs. I am very curious what Rebirth looks like now. It's probably still going. They probably haven't heard that their country's fallen yet. We do have a couple of ruins and this library, some unknown objects. We've got some stuff we can go check out right now. Why don't we go to the different areas that we know about, and then just go exploring, go around the map. We've got the people, the equipment, the food, and we know there's a few places where we might get some more science. And if we run into anything tough, we'll use our crossbows, but if we don't, we'll stick to melee and try to get our stats up. We have gone up to 36 on Inu. That's like our benchmark. Inu was at 33 yesterday. But we're going to try and take fewer and fewer fights with our crossbows so we can stay balanced. I love leveraging them. They're a great tool to be just way more powerful than you should with a small number of characters. But I don't want that to be like we're useless once they get us forced into a melee situation. And honestly, we could go back to the Fishman Isles and just farm those guys for experience, clear it out. Because I really do like the idea of having a base that's a big, huge open area, but I want lots of iron and copper, just tons of it. We don't need anything else. We need it to have just enough water that we can farm. But the desert area, where is it? The Deadlands, I don't think there's any iron or copper. You can only really do farming because the hydroponics you place on roofs will get watered. It's not really a great place to do anything. But I'd like to find a big open area where we can do some cool stuff. Oh, this unknown object is just a knocked over tower. Okay, we'll head to that lost library that we know where it is. I'm actually going to turn Hot Long's jobs back on so she'll forage animals for us. may be able to just pick this lock instead of having to use tools on it, which is nice. I should say we will be able to pick it, it's just going to take time. No, we're missing a whole bunch of people. I knew that wasn't enough people. What happened? How did y'all end up left behind? I could have sworn we had everybody. Oh, goodness. Just how bad is it? Where is the rest of everybody? Oh, we're fighting a gorilla. That'll give us some experience for sure. Okay, ancient science books and maps. Very nice. Just what we wanted. Alright. We've got 4 coming. That's what we're missing. That's so ridiculous that they got left behind and I didn't notice. Gotta double check. Alright, hot longs. Is there anything else worth taking in here? We can take regular books. We've got room in our inventory. Hot longs can hear them fighting out there, but she isn't too worried about it. We've gotten pretty ridiculously tough. We'll do camping. Since we're over here where there are animals. May as well grab some food. Still missing those 4. Oh, do we actually have everybody now? Excellent. Excellent. Scratch. Go pick up the food. So we could push up the coast to Raptor Island, but we know there's more stuff down here. I don't want to run through Iraq, but I'll go through the ruins here. guys, let's get headed to the ruins here. Sorry, I got a little distracted with good news, but now we are heading out. Okay, we're clearly not gonna swim there. Let's go back. I'm gonna have to manually path around. I don't know why they would choose. I don't like that they choose to just swim through acid. Like, that's never the play, guys. I also think it would be cool if you were immune to that when you have stuff like crab armor. Oh, Birmingham, keep up. But we'll just path cleanly over here and then head around the water. One of the big things that you have to get used to in Kenshi is sometimes you have to kind of plot your course yourself. And it's not really that bad. We do have a lot more maps too once we've investigated this place. We've got ruins here. I don't want to go through Iraq, so we're going to make sure we stay the heck out of there. We also can investigate this crater. I mean, I have a rough idea of what's going on in just about everywhere, but I've never fully explored Kenshi and combed through every last bit of it. Giant effing spiders. Come on, guys. You guys dealt with the spiders no problem. Don't sweat it. We were actually incredibly effective against spiders. Those are berserkers. They're not one of us. We don't want berserkers just roaming around out here. What's the berserker stats look like? Where are you? 30s? Yeah, that's worth taking some time to fight. You got these gigantic sword axes. It's just a giant plate of metal with sharp ends. No, move. What are you doing? You cannot run off alone. That is how you die. My goodness. Krau's chosen we could take a nice melee fight with too. These are going to be the fights where we can really give ourselves some melee XP. That and animals. It is pretty cool seeing them in like this almost uniform that has like a red shirt and the white pants with kind of of a samurai-ish helmet. But the sandals, I don't know about the sandals. They don't necessarily look good. we might do the boots just for looking good, as bad as that would be, and maybe even a little straight up silly, but it would provide a little extra protection to part of our feet. That's something, right? Not nothing. What is this dump? The old front lines, huh? They got pushed back. We're gonna switch everyone back to holding ranged. Double check we've got everybody this time. This is a freaky place too, just the crazy terrain. You absolutely can't build out here. There's just too many things jutting up everywhere. I mean, I bet you could build in some spots, but it's also a hellhole that's dangerous as all get out. What are you guys doing? Just head towards the ruins. There you go. Ooh. What are we doing here, guys? Oh, we probably have to go. Do we think we have to go up and around? Like, come on. What's going on here? Gonna have to do some manual pathing again. Well, and then we vanish into the ether. That's always good. Come on, Kenshi, get it together. There it goes. It's gonna reload and fix it. Oh my goodness. Let's try. Oh, we've got spiders on our butts. Couldn't tell. Let's get the high ground and then we'll blast them. At least these aren't the mega giga spiders we were running into over by the Bugmaster. They're not quite as tough. Where do you guys have to go to get over there? Alright, let's hold here. Hopefully there's nothing mega dangerous in here. Probably shouldn't have said that, but it is what it is. So right now we're just hunting down more science. We've wiped out pretty much every major enemy we had. The only thing really left to us as far as major enemies or anyone between us and some treasure, and perhaps looking at using perhaps getting rid of just the slavers in general, whether it's the United Cities or the actual slave mongers themselves. I mean, after taking out the Bugmaster, the Holy Nation, the Fishman Isle, there's a few things we can take out, but we haven't really encountered them yet, so it wouldn't make a ton of sense to go after them. More science books and maps, that's what we're after. Books. Nothing too crazy. Got an ancient science book, maps, not nothing. I do know if we go towards the crab area, we're going to find a lot of stuff. We could investigate the hook, but I think that was one of the more disappointing ones that didn't have much. Let's see if we can get some maps to pop up. Treasure map. Southern Hive. Oh no. That would be another challenge for us to see if we could survive the Southern Hive, but that's going to be a fight. That's going to be a fight. Ancient Tech Lab. Okay, that's clear up on the Iron Trail. We could go test the Royal Valley, see how tough they really are. I think they may be a bit much for us still, but I also thought Fishman Isle was going to be tough, the Bugmaster was going to be tough. Was surprised at how well we handled them, so let's go see. We'll take a skirmish or two against them. They should attack us on sight, if I remember correctly. We're not going to stop for Garu. If they really want to fight us, they can feed us. In fact, we're running low on food, so the next animal that thinks it's tough is going to be dinner. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have killed those anyway. We're heading through the bone fields, though. There'll be... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I wouldn't normally attack Garu for no reason, but we need food. So it's not really no reason. We're hunting. Let's get off of that hill. Focus them down. Yeah. It's just the reality. We've got to eat, and we don't want to go all the way back to be able to do it. We can have Hot Longs whip up some food right quick. I want someone from this squad to grab some food too. But we set up a few campfires, set Hot Longs to forage animals, and from there she'll just butcher them, collect their meat, put it over the fire, and we're able to pack up some food that way, make sure we don't run low. There we go. Put a little bit of food in each squad to make sure that everybody stays fed. We don't want anybody going hungry. Oops. And this is giving us a ton of food. So we're definitely not worried, complaining about that. What was it? Peace? Grab food. We also could grab those goats. Goats are definitely a little more dangerous, but they're not a big threat to us. And that'll just give us more food to work with. We really are not interested in starving to death. while we're out here in the field, we're gonna have to do some hunting. Walking around in all this heavy armor, it takes up a lot of hunger. It makes guys get hungry a lot faster, so we can't be too shy about making sure we hunt enough to have food. We won't kill animals like that just for getting stronger purposes, but we'll do it if it'll get us food. But just by stopping and doing a little bit of hunting before we head to the next area, we've been able to get plenty of food. We probably don't even need to kill those. It'll be a while before we need more food. Ever since I realized you could just set someone to forage and it would automatically set this up, you just build a few fires so it doesn't take forever. It has changed being out and about for extended periods of time in heavy armor completely. I'm able to process and get food as long as I make sure if I see passing by animals, we take what we need. We don't need any more, so we're gonna let those garu go. It's gonna be a while before we need them. Looks like we're gonna pass through the crater a little bit. There's a ruin that we discovered. We can check it out. I don't know that we'll find anything expensive or useful out here. If I remember right, they were pretty empty. Yeah, this is just an old empty busted lab. We're trying to head over to the Royal Valley. But I don't want to run through any water. We are going to see beak things here, but they're basically not a threat at all. You're going to see this is just a total joke. It's not even worth taking us off max speed. Ooh. There is a beak thing nest, but we don't need money. We're not gonna carry around a bunch of nests. We're after science. We don't need money. We're just looking for research artifacts that are gonna help us advance our science, improve our weapons, improve our defenses, improve our mining. And I think there's more stuff in the crater. There was a lab ruin that we missed. Oh no, that was the busted up one we just ran by. I think there's another spot in the crater, but I've never found anything super good there, so I'm not super worried about it. Oh, I didn't even see that big thing. That's crazy. I don't like it when they split up, but they're so capable that I'm just kind of not worrying about it. I just want to make sure I don't lose anybody. What are these guys? Red sabers? We don't need to use our crossbows for that. We'll get some melee work in. No, guys, don't go taking off anywhere. Those guys slavers? We're not gonna let you just take slaves in front of us. Enemies or not. There are a lot of them, though. And I am absolutely not interested in getting enslaved, so we're gonna make sure we use everything at our disposal to take this fight handily. Yeah, our technological superiority has pretty much been what has kept us kept us ahead of the game. Medic. Swamp Ninja tuning. Oh boy. Well, we don't need ranged against those guys. Looks like he was trying to use crossbows against us. Okay, we'll head up here, because I just don't want to end up swimming through water. Anything goofy like that. Like that. Don't go in there. Just leave it alone. I don't think there's anything in Clown Steady we're super interested in. We've got the weapons and armor we're gonna want. Looks like there's possible hostiles up here. What do we got? Oh yeah, we'll help the... Oh, it's the red sabers. It's red versus green. We don't really like either of these bandit factions, but we'll take both of them out. Might seem a little bloodthirsty, but if you think about it, these are really just a bunch of bandit organizations that go around robbing and killing people that are our allies. So we're doing the sensible thing, trying to get rid of them anytime we see them. They're like roaches; you just have to keep at it. There's lots of animals out here, but yeah, we're really good on food. But if we needed to hunt, we could. So now we're entering into the bone fields. But we're not really scared of any beak things as long as we have our crossbows. Without them, it could be pretty tough to deal with elder beak things, but with the crossbows, it's just a joke. Does look like in this area of the south wetlands we can do a lot of hunting though, so that's something to remember. Market, this is where they keep a bunch of slaves. This is one of those places we're eventually going to want to destroy. I don't know how tough their fighting forces are though. They look pretty weak. But the question is, how many numbers do they have? I'm not sure we're ready to fight the UC just yet. Eventually, once everybody's toughness is really up to snuff and we're up above 50 in toughness, we're going to switch over again to Eagle's crosses. I'm not going to hold on to using these crossbows forever and test out how those feel, because that's like shooting a space marine weapon at somebody. If we can use those in mass just the same way we do these, and we're in all masterwork armor with high toughness and it just doesn't affect us, we'll absolutely do that. We're getting ready to take nasty fights, so we're just gonna go ahead and use our crossbows anyway. Because we don't know how tough the upcoming fights are gonna be. We don't want to take a lot of damage. Just keep an eye on the beak things in case they decide to charge. There are so many beak things out here. But they really just don't stand a chance. They would need to be in such unreasonable numbers to even be a threat. Remember when we killed that giant fishman thing? We don't see any more of those fishman gurgler things raiding the south coast now. Oh, I wonder if that means that the crab people won't see them either. That is interesting. Man, nobody likes the spiders. What is that building over there? No, it's not quite where we're headed, but there's a random building over here. Oh, no, you guys aren't that hungry? Okay. Man, look at the crazy night sky going by. Is this a building? No, it's like a weird formation or something. Oh, we stumbled into a bunch of bone dogs. It's just some kind of formation or rock or something weird. Okay, we're gonna need to be careful here because this is another faction that they don't play for fun. They will kill us and sacrifice us. You'll maybe get to see what I mean, but it's not a game to them for sure. We've hit the Royal Valley. Time to proceed with caution. Do we have to go back up this way just to go through, really? Okay. Fine. We will go around whichever way we got to. Take out these beak things that think they're tough. We're still doing really good on... Oh, fleshies? Ah, yes, these are the guys we're trying to test ourselves on and see how we do. They're in the 50s for melee. Let's take off the ranged and get some combat XP in. Luckily, our armor is such a high quality. If we look at their weapons, they're using actual garbage. So we're not going to take a ton of damage from these guys, it looks like. I still don't think we can just mess around because of their sheer numbers. But when they attack us in tiny numbers like that, we can deal with it. This will be good. We can go to this smaller hive and see how we feel about that before we press on to the main hive. Ugly beak ones. Okay, here they are. Yeah, they don't have enough numbers here for us to worry about it. We'll take these. Take these fuckers all day. I do want to see the numbers. Yeah, we're barely taking damage from these guys. They do get to kind of AoE, which isn't the best, but... Now, there's a drone guard. Is that what we're fighting here? Drone guards? Yeah. Yeah, we're not seeing anyone take any major injuries. And these are the guys that are going to let us... I hope that wasn't one of our limbs flying off. These are the guys that are going to let us really train our melee stats because they're better at fighting than we are, so we're going to get better XP from it. We are going to switch it up though. We have a rough idea. Now we don't want to, we just want to avoid getting ground down. We don't want to get worn down by the wave after wave of these guys. Look at how many are coming. These are just random patrols. Yeah, and we're still gonna get some melee in here, even if it's not everybody. Let's press on to the hive. I wanted to see how we did. We're doing great in these fights, so I don't want to sit here and fight every last hiver they have at their disposal. I'd rather push over here and check out the main hive. We are going to have to keep our distance, though. We can't push into that mess right now until we have a better idea of what we're up against. Looks like this is it, though. Oh, what in the freak is that? That's King, so he's like the leader, the thing they sacrifice us to. It's a giant robot that is actually a big problem if we don't take care of it. I'm actually glad we got to deal with him separate from them. Like, they're not all out here supporting him. This is gonna be easy. He's just kind of over here twerking, doesn't know what to do. Because, see, he's got 276 strength. When he hits somebody, it's going to really hurt. We're just blasting him with crossbow after crossbow bolt. Well, you want to talk about leveling up our crossbow skills, though. What is he swinging at? He keeps getting back up. I don't necessarily want anyone going up there while he's still getting back up all the time. Does he have any loot on him? Nothing worth taking. We'll take King himself. Have them do repairs on him. That's gonna blast through our repair kits, though. We've got a few extras at least. Now, normally we would want to just kill him, but I'm kind of curious if we can make use of him, just like we did the beak things. Let's get away from the hive, the main city at least. And then let's do repairs on him. Now the trick is we cannot drop him randomly and get absolutely destroyed. This is going to level the robotics of anybody that's working on him really well, which is nice. We could make use of him as a target dummy. It doesn't seem like he does a great job of running after people quickly. Because the terrain wasn't bad there. You know, we were able to run through there without any issues. So if we can take him, we can not only use him as a training dummy maybe for our crossbows that we can repair fairly easy. We might be able to sick him on, what are we? Oh, random hivers. We might be able to sick him on our enemies when we try to go after the slavers and let him wear them down again. That's definitely an option. So let's actually get out of here and see about storing him at home and how we can go about doing that. And we'll come back. We'll come back to the hive later. This is just a crazy opportunity to walk away with him as someone we captured rather than just getting to kill him. And we'll have hot longs kind of stay out of the mix here. I am definitely really happy with the results we've seen getting away from just using toothpicks. Like, I know that should be obvious, but the toothpicks themselves were so effective for so long. Oh, goodness. Now, this is going to be a bit spooky. We are going to definitely spread everybody out a little bit. We don't want to be just getting meleeed out of this so hard. And then squad 2 we'll have over here with hot longs in the very back. Because we can't have hot longs taking a bunch of damage and getting goofed on. If she drops that guy, we could all die here. So we can't have her drop that guy. We've been having great success in combat against these guys so far, but I'm not looking to piss that away. These are all just regular drone guards. Shrike's down. We've only seen Shrike go down, so we might be... Still may not have very many problems here. Guys, if you are not fighting. Shoot. Like, I'm gonna take you guys off hold. That way you'll actually fight. We are kind of hitting the point where we're gonna overstay our welcome here if we don't watch it. No, 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 no. This is why I keep you guys on hold all the time. Because you guys will run off and do crazy stuff. Alright. Take out these guys, and we want to keep moving. Unless we're actually getting hit and taking damage, we want to get out of here. I think we can crest over the hill this way and not run through their village. Well, we're running through their village anyway. Shrike, you did stand up, right? Okay. Goodness. But yeah, we're starting to take some more damage. It's starting to add up. It's time to get out of here. We did walk away with a captive, though. That's going to allow us to either hit levels of crossbow skill that are unheard of, just because we'll have a huge target dummy at home where we can reload our ammo. But we also can probably sick him on some of our enemies if we need to, which is awesome. It all just depends on if we can keep him captive. If he's going to despawn the minute we're not near him, that's going to stink. Because I don't want to run around with him in tow everywhere we go. Yeah, we still got a few more coming after us. We definitely want to get out of here. What is that? Bandit throne? What? Old prison. And it says Bandit throne. The Guerrillo Bandits. Okay, so this is where the Guerrillo Bandit hideout is. We're not trying to do that right now. We got to get this guy secured, but we'll check that out too. Now we know that that old prison is where the Guerrillo Bandits are hidden out. We'll go take them out for sure. Sick of seeing those guys everywhere we go down here. I've never tried to like capture and make use to animals to this degree like we did with the Holy Nation, and I've certainly never been able to capture King like this. The last time I fought King, he was in the middle. He had padded around to the throne room while we were trying to fight the guards and take the queen, and it was a nightmare trying to deal with him. He does so much damage up close, but I think our just being able to use weapons at range always comes in handy in this game. It's just so strong. I haven't been able to really talk myself into a playthrough without crossbows, just because you progress through the game so much faster. You're able to take on so many things sooner. Because if you run into an Elder Beak thing with nobody who has a good enough block to block it, your whole squad's going to die to that one creature. And it won't be close. Just with the way attacking works, and you still kind of have to take turns attacking the beak thing, it's just not good. But we'll get him home. I don't think I'm pretty sure he's considered like an animal, so we won't be able to put him in a cage. I've also never tried kidnapping King, so they might also send a giant, horrendous army after us. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I really don't want them bombarding my base with hivers, but it is what it is. I saw an opportunity to grab King and run away with him, and we'll take it. His stats are incredible. Once his oil comes back, we'll be able to drop him on our enemies. We'll be able to use him for target practice, whatever we want to do. Where are we here? Okay, go up there. Still have everybody? Yeah, nobody wandered off. Got a bunch of bandits here. Let's show them what we're doing here. Whoops. What happened? And this is without mods. This is the base game. This is just how good crossbows are when you've got the heavy armor to not have to sit in micro all day to use them. Even at this range, we just have no problem taking these guys out. You see, we still have not the best accuracy because our crossbow skill and precision still impacted, but they're still just effective enough, do enough damage, and we have enough people using them that just a squad in heavy armor with crossbows is extremely effective. What are these guys? More bandits. We're not going to pick a fight with them if they don't want to fight us. We just want to get home, put this robot away, see what we can do with him. I'm thinking that if nothing else, I can trap him behind some cages and use him for target practice at the very least. I don't want to try and use him for toughness training though, because he'll hit someone in the stomach and just cave them in. They'll just die. He's not going to be a good training dummy for melee. Got some more enemies here we can take out. See if they even get close enough to fight. Looks like some of them might. We're shooting at the guys further away. Yeah, they're going to get in there a little bit. Got to get it back. Why is it called Our Outpost DD? Iron Fortress. Is there something I can rename that? That's awful. It just calls it my Outpost DD. I should see about getting repair kits for everybody. That way they can help their buddies heal up too. We have here a whole bandit smorgasbord. We'll have squad 1 attack the paladins, and squad 2 can go after the hungry bandits at the start. We'll just get them all. Golem's beasts, man, they can't talk about our leader that way. That's what they get. Now, if we can just get home without any more interruptions, that would be great. So all we're trying to do is get home. We want to take this giant robot and put him to use somehow. The main thing I want to make sure we can do is hold on to him. I'd love it if he'll go in a cage. If for just whatever reason I can put him in a cage, that would be amazing. I don't think we're going to get that lucky, though. How are we doing on food, Scratch? Still got tons of meat. Good to go. Where are you guys going to go? Why do you always run to these cliffs? You know you can't go that way. Stop goofing around. Who's attacking us now? Nobody? Okay. It was somebody for a second. Banditos. Hey, he's got a crossbow. I don't think his works as good, though. The camera can get a little zany in these hilly areas when we're on the low side. Try not to let it go too crazy. I just wonder if we can hold on to him, we'll definitely put him to use against our enemies, but I also think he's going to make an incredible target dummy. Get our crossbow and precision cranked way up. Because they're already, that's one of our best stats on a lot of these guys. Like, Hot Long's at 71. Enu's 56. Like, they're better with their crossbows than pretty much anything else. Gonna make sure jobs are off. Get everybody through the gate. Turn on her job. Actually, we should leave that off and just repair. Okay, can he go in a cage? He cannot. If I stick him in a bed, I'm almost certain he'll despawn the moment we leave. Question is there anything we can do to stop him from despawning anyway? Let's see. We have building material storage stacked up. I believe he won't be able to push through this if it's placed correctly. Oh, even hot longs can't push through that. Interesting. Why? Okay, there we go. So I would have to put him down and then make a break for it. And then storage. I don't want to do anything too gamey here. I want to actually build these building materials and lock him in, not just do it with the wireframes. But I'm also just going to do whatever works if I have to. So is he trapped there? He does appear to be trapped, which is great. Turn off foraging animals for now. She doesn't have food. just have these guys ready in case they need to be. Oh, what in the fresh hell? You gotta be kidding me. These stupid bandits. Take them off passive. Hotlongs, come take them out. I'm sick of these guys. You're gonna destroy our dang wall again. Because they're like buried in it, attacking it. Stooges. Make sure everybody's off hold and off ranged. You know what, we're just gonna get everybody's jobs back on. Get to where we're guarding the gates. Take everybody off passive. Get your jobs on. Get your jobs on. Who's shooting him? Our turrets are shooting him? That's not what I want. Oh boy. So we're not going to be able to leave everybody's jobs on. Because they'll kill him. Let's do this. Options AI. No, it's going to be under squad, not options. We'll turn off shoot first, ask later. But I don't think that'll do the trick either. Because he is, yeah, he is hostile. So that's not going to do it. So where we have him isn't going to work. Okay, so we can imprison him. The trick is not doing it close enough to the turrets that the turrets will murder him. Maybe over here. Okay, squad 1, you're just gonna come defend the door. Same with squad 2, you're just gonna attack everybody. Tired of this shit. We'll put Hotlongs on passive and doing her jobs. So this is going to be a little more complicated than I thought, trying not to murder him with our turret guys, but hopefully that distance is enough. And the question is, once those are built, is he still going to be a threat? And can he hit us? Okay, he can't hit her right now. And then we're also going to want, over where we're actually going to build that, we'll want a ramp so that we can get up there. Because it looks like he is contained as long as you build it up fully. Oh, well, even if you don't build it up fully, but when you build it, that doesn't seem to randomly set him free, which is what I'm worried about. So we'll get these built, we'll get the next section built. Do we have some guys on turrets? What are they doing? Thought I heard turrets going off, but it's weird. But yeah, we'll beat him down, get him put over there, and see how that does. What are you working on, hot longs? You fixing the wall? Okay. We'll have squad 1 hold the gate. Squad 2 ranged. And actually, there's no reason to waste ammunition not doing a firing line since we're here. You know, since we're here. What? Oh, some of you are out of... Oh, because of your jobs. Okay, hold on. A lot of them are set to craft crossbow bolts, so they'll go dump their crossbow bolts. We'll double check everybody. That's kind of why I didn't want to do their jobs. But I also couldn't have the gate just getting ran over. Okay. Everyone's actually got crossbow bolts now. Set them to follow hot longs. Not as a job, but just to follow her. Okay. Now we've got a nice firing line. Nobody's charging at him. So, like, what's Enu's crossbows at? 57? How quickly are they going up? Yeah, it's going up pretty good, having a nice target like that. I don't like that he kind of bounces up out of there. Can I pick him up? Can't. Okay. So we dismantle that. Pick him up. Nope. Nope. Do repairs. Now, will he despawn and not be there anymore when we leave? I don't know. Hopefully not, but I'm not going to leave someone behind just to maintain him. Does anyone in Squad 1 need... Yeah, we've definitely got people that need ammo. Shut the door. Did we leave some outside, or no, they were just getting food? Okay. Yeah, we can survive without animals. In fact, I intend to. Okay, so he's on a blood loss KO. So then the trick is to... No. That is not what I wanted. Let's see. Camping bed. Ooh. Can I build the skeleton repair bed out? I probably can't build that out here. Yeah. I could build him his own personal shack with a skeleton repair bed. Buildings. Storm house. I don't know if a storm house would be big enough. Because I'd need to be able to do... I can do a bed in the corner there. Oh yeah, I think I could do a bed and then like that. I think we could do that. And that'll put him inside so the turret guys shouldn't shoot at him. Where are my steps up? There we go. And then let's get everybody back to their jobs. I know I'm going to have to reload that ammo, but we're going to be here a second doing it this way. Little, what are you up to? Did you get stuck? Yep. Benji is on our research bench, it looks like. Little is a harpoon turret guard. We can let Hot Longs build this up. I don't want Crumble John and Stayerfast to stay on engineering, because then we end up with 2 or 3 people trying to repair the door when it gets attacked, and they just get shoved through. That's no good. Got a storm house. Now we need a skeleton repair bed. I bet you that's something I changed with the nav mesh. That keeps bothering me, seeing Outpost DD. And I bet it's something I changed when I was trying to fix buildings with the nav mesh tool. So now I need building materials, storage, because we confirmed that worked. We don't have to get too tricksy with this. And then we're gonna need to turn off our job and grab some iron plates. Let's slow it down a little bit. So we can pick him up, but I don't know if we can put him in bed or not. Let's get stair fasten here. Maybe we can put him in bed from the other side. As glitchy as that is, if it works, it works. And it does not work. So then the question is, can we make it to where we fit through, but he doesn't? Ooh, okay, or we give her the command and then do that. Okay, that's not too bad. But that puts him as a non-combatant. We'd have to do the bed stuff, the reloading. It's not quite what we're trying to do. So let's just see if we can position this to where we fit through, but he does not. We still can't get through. Is it enough to pick him up? Nope. we can get in there. The question is, can King get out? That is the big question. Can he get out? Ooh, he is running. Ooh, I don't like the look of that. That is terrifying. But it doesn't look like he can get out. That is terrifying, though. Holy cow, if he ever gets out of there, we're so borked. He thinks he can. He's trying. Oh, there it is. That's what I was worried about. There it is. He's out. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Everybody, you're done with jobs. We got a big problem now. Oh, boy. What have I done? I just wanted to use him as a shooting dummy and not lose him. Is that really so much to ask? Can I dismantle this? Hold on. Slow things down. Okay, that got it to where we can shoot him. What? No, 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 no. No, ranged. Ranged only. Why are there so many of you about to attack him in melee? I guess he's just gonna stand there like a goober? Okay. Get him repaired and we'll go with the original plan of out in the open. That was almost a tragedy in the making. Is he repaired yet? Okay. Who's got him? I think it's Moo. Hot longs. You don't have any more iron plates. We're gonna need those. Storage. Building materials. Man, that was terrifying. I thought I was gonna be stuck dealing with a turboed up king ready to murder me in my base. Now the question is, can I still repair him? She just walked right in there like it was cool. Okay. And then we'll get everybody out of there. Alright. So we now have a training dummy over here that isn't getting shot at by our turrets. We get hot longs away from him. And then really the only question is, does he disappear when we leave? That's it. And if you remember, when we had our pets, they never disappeared just because we left. The ones we set free, I think they eventually got killed or walked out of the base, but I don't think they ever just despawned on us. So we captured King. Now we've got somebody we can just blast with our crossbows and practice on if we need to. And I can put him in the bed to repair him instead of wasting our kits, because we're able to run in and out of there. And because he's treated as an animal, he won't get in and out of bed on his own. So we can shoot him, put him in bed, and then come back. It's all just a matter of if he despawns out of there when we leave. So I'm going to save and end the stream there. I will let everybody keep crafting, building up ammo, taking out anybody that tries to intrude. I don't think we're going to have any enemy events, but we're going to try and it looks like we're being attacked. Oh, there's goats and a hungry bandit in the back corner, and the goats are going to hold it down. They'll take care of that guy. But I'm just going to test and see if he goes away when we leave, and if he doesn't, we're going to make some very good use of that. But I'm going to try and get everybody in the best armor we can, the best crossbows we can. That's what everybody's doing right now. We have Spade working on armor. At least she would be if she wasn't so glitchy. And we'll just go ahead and dump all of this in there so she's got a little more time before she stops trying. I've got to figure out why they keep, why she has so much trouble with this. There's just always a problem with trying to put stuff away that won't fit. But she'll be crafting on those. Soto is still crafting ammo. But once we have a ton of ammo built up, we'll look at crafting new crossbows. But we want to have enough for these. We're not ready to switch over to Eagle's Crosses yet, but we'll come back this afternoon as best equipped as we can be, and we'll go back and see if we can capture the queen as well. We'll probably turn her over so they don't spend the rest of our lives attacking us, but that's the plan. So I will catch you guys this afternoon. Thanks for watching the stream.